you?
No, you're
Oh,
not. Okay.
okay. So what is it I'm doing here then?
You're not doing anything wrong.
I know, but I'm broadcasting as well.
Right.
Aren't we
And
both
wrong.
broadcasting?
Yes. Please,
Okay.
I not tonight.
Okay. You're telling me not tonight? I'm the one who didn't have internet the entire day. It's so funny. We didn't have internet. It started at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I said I'm doing the show with Anthony tonight. And my boyfriend was like, "Oh, it'll be fine by then." It's like,
Mhm.
"Wait, really? I mean, have you met the people at Spectrum? They're very nice, but things take a while. This is New York. I mean, what do you think?" He's like, "No, it'll be up in an hour." An hour passes, 2 hours pass, 3 hours pass. I'm like, huh?
Still not on.
Yeah, still not on. I tried hotspot, nothing worked. So, yeah, thank you very much to our friends at Spectrum for finally getting their act together and getting us up and running.
What is it like not to have internet at all? Because that's all you do is internet TV. You're on Twitch. You're on Twitter. You're on Facebook.
Yeah.
Your whole life is that.
Yeah. It's funny you would say that because we were cleaning up the other day and I found a DVD player. And I was like, I was like, what even is this? I didn't even recognize what it was at first. I think it was like a Bluetooth or something. And Joe reminded me when we first started dating, he got that for me as like a gift. And
Mhm.
obviously we didn't really use it. I think maybe we used it once or twice and then I put it in a closet. And I was like, "Well, do you just throw these things away? Do you give them away? Is anybody still using a DVD player? Like, what do you do with this thing?" We were just talking about this just today. And then the internet went out and I was like, go get the DVD player.
But do you have any DVDs?
We had one,
You have one. Okay.
actually two. We have a Simpsons and
Mhm.
we have a Swedish show called Wallander, and that's it.
And you can probably still go to a Red Box. There's still Red Boxes around.
I'm not leaving the house.
Oh, well, I'm saying that because I did that one time. I went, oh yeah, I totally forgot about Redbox, but then I have to dig out a DVD player because I don't know where that is.
It's amazing that people I didn't realize people still have DVDs. I found a whole box of them and I was like, "What do I even do with these?" And somebody offered me $1 each. I'm like, "Great, take them." And I sold them. And then once I sold them, my friends were like, "Oh, you sold DVDs?" I was like, "Yeah." Everyone has them in their closet or in a basement or
Hmm.
whatever. So my boyfriend was like, "Well, let me see how they do on eBay." Oh my God, they're burning up his eBay right now. Like, it's amazing how many people in this country, in this world, he just sold something to China yesterday.
Hmm.
It's amazing how many people in this world are not on streaming services or they don't have internet or they're not into it or they're just like they've chosen to just not be into technology. I don't know what it is, but it's amazing the amount of people that are consuming DVD, they're buying DVDs, unless
Well,
they're using them for skeet shooting. That was my second guess.
well, the whole city of New York didn't have internet today, so you
Not the
can
whole city, just my
understand.
neighborhood, just my not the whole
Oh, just a
city.
neighborhood?
Just my neighborhood, and it's funny because I was like, "Well, I'll just go to my friend's house." So I called her. I was like, "Are you home? I know it's COVID. Can I come over, use your Wi-Fi?" She's like, We don't have Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi's out." I called like 3 people in the neighborhood that I know. The Wi-Fi was out in the entire neighborhood.
I can imagine people walking around your building going, uh, we, I don't know what to do. There's nothing to do now.
Right. Well, I blamed a neighbor. Like, I couldn't imagine that Wi-Fi would be out all over this neighborhood. You know what I mean? It's just a weird concept these days. So there's a neighbor doing construction. I was like, her damn construction people. They were in the
They
hallway.
cut the
They
wires.
cut my wires. I was flipping out. I was at her door. I called the doorman. I was like, she's not answering her door. You call her and you tell. I was so pissed. And he's like, bitch, it's the whole building. Calm, chill your jets. So, yeah.
So Spectrum is the whole building. There isn't a couple of people that are AT&T and some people that are different. It's just all one service.
No, no. So there's my building, different buildings have different services. So my building has Verizon Fios and Spectrum.
Uh,
So Verizon Fios was fine. If I was on Fios, I would have been okay. But it's really expensive. So everybody's on Spectrum because it's like a quarter of the price. So yeah, everyone's on Spectrum around here. There's like the 2
get
people
what
who
you
are
pay
on.
for.
Yeah, you do clearly. Clearly. So yeah, so today was this is like the second time in all the years I've had Spectrum this has happened. So it's not like it happens all the time.
Yeah, when I first moved, I was so happy that this house has AT&T fiber
Uh-huh.
because
Oh,
we get 1,000 megabits, whatever the hell. It's fast as hell.
wow.
So you need that when everybody is on their phones, their computers, their TVs.
Right.
You gotta have something that fast.
Yeah. No, you're very lucky. That's actually pretty cool. But the price difference, so because I had called Fios when I first moved in, $144 a month. And for Spectrum, I pay $79 a month. That's a
That's still
very
that's
big
still ridiculous. Because then,
144.
no, I mean even $80 is still
You
ridiculous.
think
Just for
80 bucks is a lot of money?
now, in the major scheme of everything, yeah. I mean,
How much
you
should
got to pay.
Wi-Fi be?
I don't know. I'm just saying everybody's expensive.
I know,
So,
but Wi-Fi is about. I mean, maybe if you got like a deal and you got it for $70, I think the entry deal was 70, and now it's 80. But
hmm,
it's still, the starting point with Verizon FiOS in this neighborhood is 144. That was the cheapest they can get me down to. I was like, for the exact same thing I have now, 144. Like, what else are you offering me?
hmm.
You better come over here and get down there.
Oh. No, that's nasty. Uh,
That's the only thing I would pay for these days. Trust me.
no, but yeah, I mean, the internet doesn't cost Spectrum anything. They're just hooking you
Right.
up to a wire. The internet is free. It's
Right.
open,
Yeah.
and somebody figured out how to charge for it.
Yeah, it's true. And, for a long time, I was one of those people that I was able to figure out how to get on my neighbor's Wi-Fi. So I was using that for a
Hmm.
while, but then they moved and now everyone's smart. Everybody like, they
Everybody locks it with a
everybody locks their Wi-Fi and they call it something like, fuck you person in
right
11H
because stop
stealing my Wi-Fi. Like,
stealing
yeah,
my Wi-Fi.
right,
Uh,
exactly. So they're on to me.
all right, so you sent me a photo today.
Yeah, we got to talk about this. This
Okay.
was I want to know what you think before I tell you what I think because I love your take on these sorts of things. So what happened today is Sports Center, I guess that's part of ESPN,
Hmm.
tweeted out this photo, okay? And what they wrote was so many goats, who's yours?
Hmm.
Okay, now if you look at the photo closely, I don't know a lot of sports people, but obviously Brady, because you could see the name, Michael Jordan, you could see the name. I think that's probably LeBron James in front of him. You could see Cristiano
Hmm.
Ronaldo, number 7 there. I recognize Muhammad
Muhammad
Ali.
Ali.
Yeah, there's another boxing guy there, and there's, all these sports people and very prominent goats. Now, I'm sure you've heard the term, but if you're living under a rock, goat is greatest of all time. So
Hmm.
people say, "Oh, he's such a goat." So they were hoping people would write back and be like, "Oh man, you forgot Hank Aaron," that kind of thing.
Hmm.
Instead, well, before I tell you, you tell me what you think of this picture, and then I'll tell you why SportsCenter had to delete this picture.
Did they really?
Yeah, they deleted the tweet and they deleted the picture.
Wow. I don't know why they would delete it. Maybe because they missed a couple of people. There's not many baseball people that I can see.
Okay.
There's one baseball guy,
Okay.
but you only can see part of him.
Uh-huh. You wanna try
But
again?
no, I don't know why.
Huh. Okay. So you see the boxing guy with the red trunks
Right.
over his left shoulder. You see that little teeny tiny face?
Hmm.
That's Venus
Okay.
Williams.
Okay.
That's the only female that's there. The little teeny tiny face.
Okay.
There's no women. There's no women on there. Where are
Well,
the
what
wis-
women would you? I mean,
Are you joking?
yeah, I Venus. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
she's tennis.
Okay.
I mean, every sport pretty much is prominent. I mean, you could put the soccer women people in there.
Mm-hmm.
But what else you gonna put in?
Billie Jean King, Chrissy Everett, Dorothy Hamill, Lindsey Vonn, Simone Biles. It was Simone Biles who called attention to it initially. Now,
Mhm.
in case you don't know who Simone Biles is, you should, but in case you don't, she's an Olympic athlete. She's won let's see how many 30 Olympic and world champion medals. She's only 23 years old, and she's the one who called attention to it. She was like, so many women, like I can't even, like, what the hell? What's going on? Where are the women? Let's see, Serena Williams, Jackie Joyner Kersey, Babe Dietrichson, Martina Navratilova, Danica Patrick, Steffi Graf,
Mhm.
Maria Sharapova, Wilma Rudolph, Ronda Rousey, Abby Wambach. I mean, that entire soccer team.
Mhm.
Dara Torres, Hope Solo, Katrina Witt,
Well, like,
Cheryl Swoops.
Where's Michael Phelps?
Okay, so you're upset that they don't have a swimming person on there?
Well, I mean, he's got 75 gold
That's true.
things.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, he should be the greatest of all time.
Yeah, him, Mark Spitz, whatever. There's a lot of heavily medaled swimmers.
Mhm.
But the point is, they were surprised at how many people reacted like, cool post, where are the women? Like, there's no women on here? You can't think of one? Just have like one or two females among all these men
Mhm.
that are there as, as your
But
goats.
it's not a photo, it's a painting. Somebody made this, so
No, they made it for SportsCenter, for ESPN. Like, you should have commissioned it and said, listen, don't forget the women. You're going to
Mhm.
put this up there. You got to put a couple of women on there.
There's no winning for me. I can't say a word, so I'm not going to say anything. I agree with you 110%. Yes, there should be as many women as there are men in there. I believe you. Okay.
No,
Because
listen,
anything that I say,
I'm not an idiot. I understand why women athletes aren't given the same accolades. They don't make as much money. They're not. I understand. Like, when I look at basketball, like the WNBA, I mean, they don't really get the butts in the seats the way the NBA does. I get it. I know that, like, the difference between watching Michael Jordan play versus watching Swoops play, she's awesome, but they don't, women in general, this is what people say, don't have the physical power that men do, so they're not as tough, as great as, but that isn't true. There's a lot of women that do amazing things, especially like go for the sports that are more female, like tennis and gymnastics and skiing. You don't have to compare basketball to basketball. Just look at the sports that women are better than men. Tennis is one of
you,
them.
no, you couldn't put a tennis girl against the tennis guy. The guy would destroy her.
Not every time.
Yeah, he would. And
Billie Jean King, remember there was that whole thing back in the day, like, I've read about this, where she used to play men all the time and she would kill them.
Mhm.
It's this Serena and Venus they've played mixed doubles and they've beat men. They're strong.
No winning for me here.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
So
no
there's
winning.
no winning.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can say that won't want everybody to cancel me. I just say, if you look at the Olympics and you look at, let's say, running times, guys trounce women's running times. Should you put a woman runner in there? Yes, but the photo's only this big, so they only put in there what they could.
No, I understand, but they didn't even just put one woman prominently, not like a little tiny head behind some guy's shoulder. I don't even know who the guy in the red boxers is anyway.
Yeah, either do I. But it's
Well,
not.
okay, there you go. So some dude that's not recognizable the second you see him, maybe just put like one Babe Dietrich, just somebody that's like iconic, somebody that did something amazing, somebody that, there's plenty of women that were pioneers in sports. Yes, they're not as good as the male athletes. No woman is out there trying to say they're as strong as men. That's not the conversation. The conversation is that they've ignored women completely,
Okay,
and that they can't do.
You know that photo of The Shining where you see, I don't know, 300 people in that photo, and then they zoom on one guy. Remember that photo? It's kind of like a high school photo when they take a picture of the whole class and
Yeah.
you can't even pick yourself out because there's so many people.
Yeah.
If they had a photo like that, I agree with you 1,000%. Put as many people in there as you want. But this photo is only a 4x5. It's this big. So
There's more goats than women. There's literally more goats. Like physical goats. I'm not saying goat like greatest of all time athletes. I'm saying
Right.
actual goats, like with horns and feet and little hoofs.
True.
There's more goats than women.
Right. And I think they should have had Muhammad Ali in front. You can pick it apart all
We're
day
just
long.
asking for one. Just put one woman in there. We're not saying like make sure it's even, men and women. Just like throw one. Just throw us a bone. Just acknowledge that women athletes are important too. You know, it's Sports Center. It's not. It's not GQ. Like I know GQ caters to men. I get it. You know, it's
Mhm.
not like it's something specifically that's just for men.
Right. I can't win. So
No, you can't. No.
I agree
Yeah.
1,000% with you.
Oh, good.
Take
Okay.
Tom Brady out and put some chick in there.
Excellent.
So-
Thank you.
Maybe take a goat out and put some
Take a goat
random-
out and put a woman in there.
Put a random chick in there that you think is
2
good.
goats.
I mean, the girl with the hair, the spiked hair, and the soccer thing. Put her in there.
Oh, Rapino?
Yeah, put her in there. She's good.
Good.
So
Yeah. Good choice.
Bruce Jenner should be in there. I mean, there's so many other people.
Caitlyn Jenner.
When he was the greatest,
Nope. Caitlyn.
when she
nope.
was the
Nope.
when they were the greatest of all time, they were Bruce Jenner.
Okay, no, it's she. Her pronouns are she and her.
When she was the GOAT,
Huh?
she was Bruce Jenner.
No,
Caitlyn Jenner.
You can't dead name her. Don't dead name her. Don't do that.
See, like I said, there's no winning.
There's no way you don't
I-
dead name her.
see,
Listen, all you gotta know is you know what? Put Caitlyn Jenner in there. That's it. Just say that. Put Caitlyn. You know what? Put a trans woman in there. Exactly. That's a better point.
no winning. Give out the phone number.
Oh, you think 917 310 1330?
There you go. Yeah,
Okay.
give the number out so everybody else can
I
yell
did
at
that
me.
out of
But
my brain. Is that even the number? 917 310 1330.
it's on the front page of our whatever you call it.
Okay.
See, I can't even think today. So, okay, you're completely right. They should only have 1 or 2 guys, and the rest should be women. I agree with you, and put other people in there. You're brilliant. And
Don't
take some
patronize me. Don't patronize me.
and take some goats out.
No, thank you. I don't want. Don't patronize me. Don't mansplain me.
Okay, Twitch is
Yes,
what we're on right now.
Right.
Pretty happy about that. A guy has figured out a way to make big money off Twitch, and he did it in a couple of nights. He made 16 grand off Twitch.
What? Okay, tell me. What are we doing? Am I taking my clothes off? Are you taking your clothes off? What are we doing?
Has nothing to do with taking clothes off, but I think that helps.
Okay.
But this guy he's a 26-year-old guy. He's not working. He's at home. He's going, how can I make money? I can't do
I need a
anything.
side hustle. Yeah.
I have no talent. There's nothing I can do. So he started a Twitch page.
Sounds like us. Mhm.
Exactly. So he started a page and he is just running it when he sleeps.
So you watch him sleep?
You watch him sleep, but you can make noises and set off his alarm if you pay. So you pay a couple of bucks
That's
and you can make
good.
an alarm go off, or you can make big noise coming out of his computer that wakes
That's
him up all
brilliant.
night long. And he made 16 grand off of it just from people making him insane, and he never slept.
That's brilliant.
He said he could make as much as 200,000 a year
Oh Jesus.
just having people interrupt his sleep.
All right. We should have people interrupt this show.
Yeah,
Just
I'm
jump
fine
in
with that.
jump in with whatever's on your mind. It's Mikasa Sukasa.
See, and the bad thing is if you call, I can't mute it. So it's going to be annoying as hell when the phone rings.
Right.
Because I can't mute that.
Right.
So it's 917 area code 310-1330. And you can interrupt us at any point and interrupt our sleep.
Just do a takeover.
Just do a takeover.
Yep.
And it works tonight, we think. So we're not completely sure it works, but we're pretty sure it works.
Okay.
So yeah, he figured out a way to make money.
That's
Good for
pretty
him.
brilliant.
You can ask his Alexa to play loud music. So it's hooked up to his Alexa. So you can go, hey, Alexa, doot-doot, while he's sleeping, play Steel Panther, play it really loud.
Right.
So that's one thing you can do. People were telling it to make dog barking noises.
Oh, that's good.
While this poor guy is sleeping and is making his alarm clock go off. Telling people were screaming, somebody's at your window looking in. And all these over the top things that they were doing to this poor guy.
That's good. And how many hours was it? How long did it go for?
He did it all night long for 3 days.
That's really cool. Good thing that you didn't call in, because people need to know what you usually do when you go to an Alexa is, Alexa, add dildos to Cooper's shopping list.
Right. I add all kinds. We used to do that to our boss.
Right. That's what I meant. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Alexa, add lube to the shopping list.
To the shopping list.
And his wife would always get the shopping list, and he would yell at us. Well, that's what you get for putting Alexa in your office and telling us it's there.
And the best thing is he would leave the office and you'd go in and do it. That's my favorite thing. The wife would be like, why is there a big pink dildo on your list?
Exactly. So condoms. Alexa, add condoms to the shopping list. She's like, why are you asking for condoms?
I know, exactly.
Okay. So this lady writes in, I have a wonderful, I want to see what you think about this.
Okay.
I have a wonderful boyfriend. So she loves her boyfriend.
Oh, well, yet she's writing in.
Oh my God. Alexa's saying something outside.
Did she hear you? Is she ordering you condoms? Alexa, condoms and dildos for the shopping list.
She heard me out there. Anyway, so this lady, I keep forgetting there's an Alexis up here.
That's fine.
Alexa, or whatever the hell you call it. I don't know what it is. I have a wonderful boyfriend. We have been dating for 1.5 years, and we are serious about our future. We are very excited to move in together in a few months. The only issue I have with this guy is he's a slob, and he doesn't even notice the mess around him. Or doesn't even care enough to clean up himself. He spills food around himself and leaves it to dry.
Oh, gross.
Crumps litter in the corners of the floor. Hair covers the sink after he shaves, despite even he saying he cleaned up. Mm-hmm. All the cabinets and closet doors are always left open. Mold appears in the sink. He once identified with a study that we heard one time on the radio saying intelligent people are more clumsier because their minds are so distracted. But I think
not clumsier. They're dirtier and have more clutter. That's right. Let me tell you something. I live with somebody who is not that bad, but I live with somebody who has a clutter problem, and he loves to quote that study to me. I hear that all day long.
So she said, to be clear, I am no neat freak. I am no way of asking him to scrub a toilet. Right. We intend on keeping a cleaning service every week. But I refuse to live in a house where food can be stuck to a coffee table. The dishwasher remains full. The bathroom is littered with hair, and all the cabinets and doors are open.
Wait, did you say they're going to hire a cleaning service every week?
They're going to hire a cleaning service every week, but between them coming, the place is a mess. So she really likes this guy. She wants to marry this guy. What should she do?
Oh my God. That's not going to change. That's a whole philosophy. It's the way people see their environment and see their world. There's nothing you can do to change that. You're going to have to accept that's who you're going to be marrying and living with. And you're going to have to do what we do. You're going to have areas of your house that are your areas, that he can't leave his stuff, that he can't eat there. He can't even leave a shoe there. Mm-hmm. We've had to do that there are areas of the house that are my areas. If he sits there, if he does anything there, he's going to take everything with him that he sat down with. Otherwise, it's going to be hell to pay. But no, you can't change that in somebody. You can't. That's accept it is my only answer. Like that one day that the house gets cleaned, enjoy that day and the next day, and then just suck it up, Buttercup, because that is not going to change.
So don't think that you're going to change this guy no matter what.
You're not going to change that guy. Don't think. You're not going to. I'm telling you right now, as somebody that has lived through this and lives through it all the time, I had to wait. Okay. He can't hear me, so it's okay. So he finds things on the street that he's
Uh,
like, "Oh, this is so good. Oh, look at what I found." Like he's so proud of himself. He found this, he found that, he found and
during COVID times.
oh yeah, he brings it in, he cleans it, whatever. He's found like t-shirts, he's found tables. He drags shit home all the time. So what I do is there's this one area I let him keep it in, and then when he's sleeping or when he's out, throw that stuff out.
I
I
know, but
just
your
get rid because
apartment
he
is
doesn't
not
know.
that
He,
big.
he
Your
brings it
apartment is
in. He
very
brings it in,
small.
and then he forgets about it. That's the problem. He brings it in, and then he forgets about it. So I could very easily get rid of it just as easily as it got here. Or I give him a deadline. See that little pile there? That needs to leave by Wednesday. If not, we live in a building where they pick up for charity,
Mhm.
like whatever, like clothing and all kinds of stuff. They have all kinds of charities, and they have a big bin down in the basement. And the charity comes, I don't know, once a month or whatever, and pick stuff up. So I point to a pile and I say, if that isn't picked up by the end of the day, it's all going down in the basement. And I've tried, that's the best you can do is like consequences. He's gotten a little bit better, but it doesn't change.
But
It
the
doesn't.
coffee table doesn't need to take a trip around New York. The coffee table doesn't need to come from the street up until the apartment and then back down. That's crazy.
No, but it's not a coffee table. So he found like these folding tables. He's like, we can use these. I was like, for what?
When you play cards, when
Right.
people come over
What are we using
to play
exactly?
poker,
Nobody comes over. He's like people will come over and we can put them. We have all these places to sit. We could
there
put them
hasn't
by the
been
chairs.
anybody over here since March.
No, it's more than that. Even before COVID, all of our friends moved. We have some friends that moved to LA. We have some friends that moved to Nashville, other friends that moved to Boston, others to Philadelphia. We have no more friends. So
Mhm.
I don't know why he's suddenly like he's bringing home all this stuff so we can start entertaining. Who? Who are we entertaining? My parents? They sit on the couch and they eat on their laps.
While your first husband wouldn't close closets and cabinets,
Right.
you
Oh,
never broke him of that.
well, no, I did. Okay, so that the big problem we had is that my old apartment, all the cabinets were really high, and where they were open, they'd open right here where at my face level, and it
Mhm.
was really dark in this hallway to the kitchen, and sometimes I'd go in, I'd literally bump right into them before I put the light on. So what I did was I made up a song, and the song it was to that old song, "Why Can't We Be Friends?" What, you know that song?
Mhm.
So I did, "Why can't these stay closed? Why can't these stay closed?" So I would sing it to him all the time, and I was sitting on the couch, and he was in the kitchen, and I heard him start to walk out of the kitchen. He went, "Why can't these stay closed?" And he turned around, and he went back, and he closed all the cabinets.
Wow. Well,
So
make up a song for Joe. Why can't this shit stay outside? Just start singing that.
Don't bring anything home from the streets of New York. Don't bring anything
Why
home.
would you
It's
bring
COVID.
anything off the street right now?
Trust me, I'm telling you, this girl, she and I, we are living parallel lives. You're not going to change them. You have to just, when they bring stuff, okay, yes, sweetie, and as soon as they go to bed, that stuff goes right out the door.
Yeah, I had that same problem in New York, though, because I would go to the trash can because we had a big
Mm,
dumpster and there'd always be something cool outside
right.
because people would move out of the apartments and just dump all their crap. And that's where I got my TV stand from,
Mm,
was out by the dumpster.
that's right. I remember. And then it went right
So
back there when we moved out.
and took it right back, and that was
back to where back to where it lived. Yeah. Well, the problem is I have this friend, Kat Greenleaf, and she was on all these TV shows where she would host TV shows, and they were all like fix it kind of shows and travel shows and that kind of thing. And one of the shows that she hosted was all about like finding furniture on the street, refurbishing it, and making it like this
oh,
amazing piece for your house. So, and that sort of launched this whole like DIY thing. So he knows about this. So he's seen some of the things that she's made. She's always posting on Instagram and stuff. She'll send me a picture and be like, "Look what I just made from my backyard." And he's like, "Wow, that's awesome." So in his mind, he's like, "I'm going to make one of those." We don't have a backyard. We have two rooms. We have a
right. That's
bedroom
it.
and a living room. That's it. So all the furniture we have, that's all we're going to have. There's no new furniture, no new friends. Hashtag no new friends, no new furniture. Same thing here. Like, I need to drive that home to him. But I have to say, during COVID, he's been really good. He's selling all that stuff on eBay now. So at least at least he's
I
making money
know,
off
but
of
it
it,
comes
and that's
home.
yeah, I know it comes home.
It comes home and it lives there for a while.
So what he does now, he brings it home and he cleans it immediately. Whatever he needs to throw in the washing machine or whatever, he puts in a big plastic bag. So far, nobody's gotten COVID, so he's doing a good job of keeping it
Oh,
keeping
look
it
at this
real.
T-shirt I found in the trash. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, I
Very
know.
good.
So I didn't mean to one up that woman
Yeah,
because
I
she
think
just
you
has a
did.
slob. I have a guy that's kind of cluttery, messy, and then he brings more home.
Oh,
Yeah, it's fun.
poor both of you.
Yeah, it's it keeps the relationship alive. It's like instead of who's he bringing home, what's he bringing home?
Mm.
It's like instead of being a throuple, instead of being like an open, it's like an open relationship, except our openness is not people, it's things. Like, oh look, a new table. You'd like to bring this new table into our relationship. I reject her. Yeah,
All right. You had something else?
I do
Okay.
actually. Yeah. So I got a question for you. You're not really a coffee drinker. What do you drink first thing in the morning to get yourself going? Mountain Dew still?
Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew. Okay.
Mountain Dew. Mountain
All
Dew
right.
Zero now because I love the Mountain Dew Zero.
Okay.
Thank God they made Mountain Dew Zero. It's awesome.
Like Coke Zero, but Mountain Dew.
Yeah, it's more better than the real Mountain Dew,
Okay.
and
Okay.
it has no calories. So that's my coffee.
Okay, so the question really is, do you brush your teeth before or after coffee in the morning? And I guess for you, that would be Mountain Dew or somebody else listening who drinks, you know, Diet Coke or tea, like whatever your drink in the morning with caffeine to get you going. Do you get up, go straight for that, or do you brush your teeth first?
I brush my teeth first because I don't even get out of bed until I had a shower. So I kind of just fumble from the bed to the shower. So I take out care of all that before I leave.
So I have a real problem with caffeine, I've realized over the years. And I think it's just all the years of doing morning radio. And my problem is I wake up and I go straight into the kitchen to make coffee. I don't
Mhm.
even pee. Like I will sleep all night. I will wake up. I'll have to pee, but I won't. I'll go straight I have a kettle because it boils faster than any other water. So I
Mhm.
put the kettle on, I grind my beans, I put my little thing, whatever, and I get it all ready for the water. And as the water's boiling and as the coffee's doing whatever, then I pee, then I go make my coffee and I drink it. And then I brush my teeth after coffee because I have done the get up, brush your teeth, but then you have the toothpaste and the coffee just doesn't taste. It's not as enjoyable to me to have coffee after toothpaste. It's
Mhm.
like, ugh, it's so gross. It's like mint flavored. It just ruins everything for me. I have to have coffee the minute I wake up in the morning. Apparently, I've been doing it wrong all along.
Mhm.
Yeah. And it's not just an opinion thing. All these dentists have come forward and they were like, "Hey, everybody who's having coffee before brushing your teeth, you're screwing yourself up big time." So, I thought that you brush your teeth after coffee to protect my teeth from getting, you know,
Stained.
brown or stained or whatever. They said, "No, because coffee is acidic, brushing your teeth immediately after coffee weakens your enamel. It's worse. You're
Mhm.
supposed to brush your teeth as soon as you wake up. Also, all that like stuff that, builds up on your mouth overnight, you have to brush that right out of your mouth. That's the stuff that has the plaque.
Mhm.
That's been linked to heart disease and all kinds of other stuff. You got to brush that off immediately and then go about your day.
The film that's still on your teeth, that's what the coffee sticks to.
Exactly. And not only
So,
sticks to, and some of it you might end up drinking and consuming, and
mhm.
that is actually linked to heart disease. So now they're saying brushing your teeth before you have coffee removes the plaque buildup and makes it more difficult for stains to adhere.
Mhm.
So you want to make sure that so I'm going to do that it's going to be tough because that's just not my MO. I wake up and I'm like an addict. I'm like, give me, you know what I mean?
I know, but
I
you drink coffee all day long.
not anymore.
Not anymore?
No,
You only have one coffee?
I maybe have two,
Oh, okay.
but I always have one. I have my coffee first thing in the morning, and then later in the day, if I need to pick me up, I may have a second cup or a latte or something.
Mhm.
Or I'm trying to drink tea more, and only because coffee's expensive around here, and I'm just cheap. That's all there is to it. Like,
Yeah,
and I'm
because you
lazy.
only drink expensive coffee. You
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
get
yeah.
the cheap crap that I get.
Yeah, right. I would never drink that in a million years. My example is, okay, so if people are like, just drink it, just go. My mother drinks the Dunkin' Donuts coffee. What's wrong with Dunkin' Donuts coffee? It
Mhm.
actually is pretty good. It's actually not bad. So I'm not gonna hate on Dunkin' Donuts. It's actually quite delicious. But it's the difference for me, like the whatever's in a can, Brim. I don't even know what they make any Taster's Choice, Folgers,
Right, Folgers. Yeah, the
Folgers. Okay,
flavor crystals.
flavor crystals. So to me, it's the difference. Look, you can go to McDonald's and get a hamburger, and it's good. It's a hamburger. It's food. Or you can go to Ruth's Chris, the hot plate place
Mhm.
that you like, and you can get a hamburger there, and it's way better.
Yeah,
It's
but it's 17 times more money.
Well, that's my point. So I drink the coffee that's the 17 times more money, but it's Peter Luger's, it's Ruth's Chris version of coffee as
Mhm.
opposed to McDonald's. It's the only thing that I splurge on. Believe me, and trust me, I'm as cheap as you are. And it's the reason why I only drink 1 cup a day, because I just don't want to waste it.
Do you put anything in your coffee?
Yeah, well, since I have celiacs, I've
Sugar?
no, 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 I've never put sugar in coffee.
Okay.
That's gross. To me, that's gross. I don't like sweet coffee. So since I've had celiacs, I used to put half and half in, but when I was diagnosed with celiacs, I learned that I can no longer have dairy. So I started putting in like this dairy-free milk. And at first I was like, this is going to be gross, but it's really good. Because without dairy, it
Like
has like
almond milk? Can you have almond milk?
I can, and I have.
Okay.
I've put
All right.
almond milk in my coffee before. I tried oat milk for a little bit, but it's like a little mealy to me. I don't know. The lactose-free milk in the coffee, it's really sweet. Oh my
Mhm.
God, it tastes like a latte. It's really delicious. I can't believe that I'm actually drinking it, but I have this friend who's a barista. He's had celiacs. He's like 25 years old. He knows everything about coffee, and he's really good at coffee, really good at celiacs. He's the one who told me about this dairy-free milk. He's like, "You're gonna love it."
Mhm.
So, I do.
Huh.
Yeah.
Good for you. Right.
But brush your teeth as soon as you wake up in the morning.
Yeah,
That's
I
what I
do.
learned.
I do.
I
So
don't. I don't. I don't.
so now are you going to wake up, pee, brush your teeth, and then get coffee? Or are you going to pee, then brush your teeth? How is that going to work?
I don't know. It's gonna be tough. I'm gonna try it tomorrow for the first time. I'm gonna get up and
You're going to
pee.
hate it.
I'm gonna get up and pee and brush my teeth and then
You're
just
going
be
to hate it.
like, "Ugh, gross
You know,
coffee."
you can actually brush your teeth a couple of times in one day. You don't have to
No,
do it
I
just
brush my
once.
teeth all day long. I brush my
Okay.
teeth like crazy. No, I'm just saying, like, first thing in the morning, you're supposed to brush your teeth because of the stuff the sleeping stuff.
Right. That's
You gotta
gross.
get rid of that. Right, exactly. So I'm just saying, like, I'm gonna have to have cinnamon flavored coffee in the morning.
Yeah, you're going to do it once and then you're not going to do
I
it
know it's
anymore.
gonna suck, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna try. I'll try it tomorrow. Let you know how it goes.
Yeah. So, or what you should do is just switch to Mountain Dew. That's what I think you should do.
No,
Is
because
just
I
go
don't.
to
You know what? I don't hate myself enough. Not yet.
it
I
has no
hate.
calories. Just do Mountain Dew.
No, no, I don't. Again, I hate myself, but not that much.
All right. What? Okay. So this morning, this is why I said SIFTA. I think this would be fun.
Okay.
Uh, this morning when I woke up, I got a text from somebody. Any idea who?
Would that be me?
That would be you.
Okay.
Okay. And you said, and I quote, I got some feedback from everybody. They're loving the show. They're watching it on Twitch.
Right.
And so one of my friends said it froze up
Mhm.
on him. So I'm not sure if it's Twitch, Zoom, or on his end. Any ideas? So when we did our syndicated show,
Yeah.
the thing that drove me insane, drove both of us insane,
Yeah.
is we were on 140 stations,
180.
180, and we would get a call from Yuma, Arizona, and
Right.
say, one thing screwed up. Okay. And then we would say, nobody else complained.
Right.
You know, it wasn't, and it was so, we got into the point of he said, she said, when it came to us versus all of the radio stations.
Right.
All the radio stations never did anything wrong. It was always our fault.
Always us. Right.
Right.
Mhm.
And so we fought that the whole time. So now I kind of giggled to myself when I saw your text, and I said, it's like that all over again. Now that
I'm afraid to say to my friend, idiot, that's on your end. I don't know what's going on in New Jersey or wherever the hell you are listening to us. Like,
but you
we're
can go on
good.
Twitch and watch the whole thing on Twitch. And
no, he
uncut.
he was watching us on Twitch, and
But
he said
it's
it froze
uncut.
up.
It's uncut on
Okay.
Twitch. So at any point, you can go back and look at the tape and go, no, it
Oh, I see what you're saying. So he'll see when he goes back and sees,
or
he'll
when
see.
you go back and see it, when he calls you up and said, it's screwed up last night at 15 minutes into the show, you can go back
Right.
and look at it and go,
No, it didn't.
no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll be on your end, hon.
Exactly. So
On your end, sir.
it just brought all that back to me. Because
Right.
we were on the phone with Susan Stevens every day
Right.
talking
that was our
about
lady. Yeah. Mhm.
some issue that we had going on at some station.
Right. That's some little tiny station in the middle of nowhere, and they would have like a big snowstorm and be like,
Right.
I don't know, they had some problems getting the show, you guys.
You weren't on last night. Well, 179 other stations didn't have a problem.
Trust me, we were on last night.
Yeah, and I'll be the first one to say I screwed up. If I
Right.
screwed up, it's like last night we took calls. The
Mhm.
calls were messed up. That was on me.
Right. Yeah.
You know, because we're trying to do something different here that we've never done before. But yeah, I just at 6:30 in the morning, I just had to giggle to myself, going, "Here it is all over again."
Right. You know what? I forgot about, and I wanted to say that to him, but I was so grateful that he was listening and so grateful that he's, like following us and our friend. And he's always been a good, true blue kind of friend. I didn't want to be like, it's on your end, dude. But I
Right.
guess I should, I'm not going to tippy toe around people. I always think back to like, John Heffron. Is that his name? The comic, John Heffron. He had
Mhm.
this really great joke that I always think about. He's like, the problem is when women talk to men, they're always like, listen, I'm sorry. I think it might have been, maybe it was
Mhm.
you. I'm not quite sure. Like, I don't want to do anything here that's going to upset anybody, but like, it was, maybe it
Maybe
was
you?
me. Like, just think, possibly. I'm not. He's like, you got to learn how to talk to men the way our roommates do. Do the dishes, dick,
Mm-hmm.
and walk out. That's it.
Figure it out.
So, it's the screw up is on your end, dick. Figure it out. Not my problem.
It's like
Your Wi-Fi, your internet, it's your bullshit. Just figure it out.
it's like we were at a station and I was driving around Sunday morning and the
Mhm.
station was off the air. So
Oh, right.
and I was, I don't know, 3 miles from the station.
Uh-huh.
And I turned the radio station on to listen to it and I went shh the whole time.
Mhm.
And I said, well, maybe I should call the boss.
Right.
Called the boss and said, hey, by the way, you should check the station because it's off the air. And then he sent me a message and said, no, the engineer says everything's fine. Okay.
Must be my radio.
I'm 3 miles from the station. I don't know why. Yeah, we're off the air. You can
Right.
listen. You know what? Go out to your car and turn it on and figure it out. Figure it out for yourself why we're not on the air.
But don't you remember we used to drive up and we would lose the station in the parking lot? So don't tell him to go out to the parking lot to listen because it doesn't work there either.
Yeah, the station barely had enough power to make it out of the parking lot. So
That's
one
right.
time our ratings doubled, and I thought it was because the neighbor next door got married. We could open up the windows to the studio, and more people would hear it than actually on the radio station. You mean they can't hear the station in the whole town? No, really?
Well, don't you remember they didn't listen to the station at the station? You walked in and they were playing MTV. Don't you remember? They're playing old videos from MTV. The actual
Oh my
radio
God.
station wasn't playing its own radio station.
but one text from you brings all that nightmare back.
That's true.
It just brings it just crashing back. Somebody said, oh God. I would know because I just watched the whole show and nothing was wrong.
Right. And me too. I watched the whole thing and then I listened to it and nothing was wrong. So
Nothing. It was almost perfect. So
yeah, fix your internet, Dick.
Exactly. Figured out. That's all I got to say. So I think, it is PTSD.
Right. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to traumatize you. I was just, I didn't know. I just wanted to make sure because it's not like we have thousands of people listening yet. I mean, we just started. So, I'm just waiting. I'm just getting feedback. And that was just one of the feedbacks that we got.
And I appreciate that. And the more people that we're going to have listening, the worse it's going to get.
Yeah, that's true.
So if they can go back and watch it afterwards and it's fine, then it probably is on their end. And dude, if you're paying $29.95 for internet, it's probably you.
Yeah, right.
So, but if it isn't, you know what? I'll fix it on my end and make sure everything's fine. But yeah, just keep bugging Cooper.
Because that's my job, right?
And she'll get me the information as quickly as possible.